Thank you. So, like the previous panel had one non-engineering person, I'm also very much the other end of the spectrum. So, from a lay person to experts in engineering, I'll be asking some questions. So, we are talking in this panel about, engineering as the pillar, a crucial pillar of societies and economic development. But what are the building blocks of this domain? So the building blocks are infrastructure, and we'll be talking about the infrastructure issues in engineering education. So without wasting time, I'll start with Professor Arun Sharma, with his vast experience, we would like to know from you what are some of the biggest challenges. So we'll take up the first challenge, that is the faculty crunch in engineering institutes, and what are some of the biggest challenges in recruiting the right faculty in engineering colleges, and how is it impacting the teaching quality, overall output of engineering education.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Though it's very difficult after this lunch to connect, but nevertheless. Yeah, the point is basically faculty recruitment and right faculty recruitment. So I'll take it in two perspectives basically. One is faculty recruitment, another the even better or more important is faculty retention. Faculty recruitment is a normal process. Though in government institution, I am working with one of the government university, that is Indira Gandhi Delhi Technical University for Women, and just to tell you, this is the only university in India which is women government and engineering university. So around 5,000 girls studying in my university, and faculty recruitment, quality faculty recruitment is not an issue in government university because we have a very tough, rigorous process for recruitment, starting from applications, thousands, more than 2,000 applications we receive, then we conduct written tests, then presentations, interviews. So we get quality faculties. That's even means no doubt about it. The problem is the process for the recruitment. My university is working on around 50% of the total strength. And the reason is because recruitment is a very lengthy process in government institutions. From the department to the vice chancellor to the BOS to AC to board of management and then to technical education department to the ministry, the approval goes from lower to the highest body, and then advertisement, application submission, and then all these things, written test, interview and presentation. So almost it takes 1.5 years to 2 years to recruit the faculties in our institution. Though the same may not be the case with private institutions where maybe within 15-20 days the faculties may be recruited. But the question is the right faculty. So I have worked with the private institutions also for around 15 years, and now since last 12-13 years I am into government institutions. So I have seen both the systems, government as well as private. In private, recruitment is not a big deal, but to get the right candidate in an institution is a very serious issue or the challenging issue. Basically the problem is nowadays in every city more than hundreds of colleges are existing now. The new universities are also coming, and salary is one major constraint to retain the faculty in an institution. If one faculty is getting even 5,000 rupees jump in another institution, he'll or she'll switch over. Infrastructure is another constraint which the colleges are facing. Facilities in terms of computing environment, in terms of basic requirement of the faculty. So this is also one of the challenge. If I am getting better environment, better facility in another institution, obviously maybe on the same salary I'll switch. Salary, as I mentioned, is one major issue. There may be a number of issues where to retain the faculty is a very big challenge for the colleges, and it is directly impacting the quality of the institution or quality of the education also. If I am changing 3 jobs in a year, obviously what type of quality I'll be giving to my students or to my institution. So I'll take at least 2-3 months to set up, and then I'll see what better opportunities I can get in another institution. So retainment is a very serious issue nowadays in engineering education, where the quality is affecting, and it is affecting the overall environment of the education system also.
Can you also shed light on the kind of industry partnerships that can and international partnerships that can help alleviate the situation? And also, there is this term, concept of professors of practice that is very much gaining currency. Is that helping the cause?
Yeah, government has taken initiatives like now we can recruit adjunct faculty, we can recruit emeritus professors. The new concept 2-3 years back, it was professor of practice, where we can invite faculties who are superannuated to the institution, or maybe the person who are working in industry. They can join the institution and can give the experience of their industry exposure to the students. Obviously, these things are helping the engineering institutions to a lot, but the issue is the number is very limited. Industry people are not willing to join academia. Maybe again there are so many reasons. Salaries is one major constraint. The packages which the student, the professional is getting in industry, it's very difficult to give that type of salary in an education environment. So yes, it is a good initiative, but the thing is the number is very less, and if we are able to recruit more and more people from industry, obviously it will help the academia.
Sure. Dr. Gujral, coming to you. So you have covered a whole spectrum in your vast career journey, from DU to Guru Nanak Institute of Management, then IP University. So from brick and mortar setups to now where online is really, so much prevalent. How would you say that, typically in bigger cities, metropolitan cities and tier 1 institutes, as he said that getting faculty would not be that difficult, but in tier 2 cities, small town India, and institutes in second or third rung, getting faculty is difficult. So in that scenario, would you say that online learning, and especially now Swayam, can help mitigate some of the problems of faculty crunch?
Yeah, good afternoon everyone. I'm sure you all must have enjoyed your lunch by now, and difficult to carry on because after having had a square meal, difficult to listen to us also. Well, coming back to the point posed to me, yes, I agree that everyone doesn't get into the top colleges and get admission, though everyone vies for it, At the same time, it was the government which started a program called Swayam, which is a study web, started by the government, wherein you could get the admission and you could get a certificate course, or you could get even a diploma, and then get the best of education. Take the case of Swayam first. Now in case of Swayam, you have the professors drawn from IITs and IIMs. They're the ones who conduct the sessions with the students, drawn from all over India. Like there are centers in Delhi where a student gets enrolled and can get the best of education. He may not go to the best of colleges, but he is getting the best of education via Swayam. So also they have had the tie-ups with the AICTs and even with the UGCs, wherein if a student has earned certain credits, those credits can be transferred to the university. For example, if he has done a course, say for 2 years he has done, and has earned, say 10 credits, those credits can be transferred to the university if he wants to pursue his higher education in the university. So that's an opportunity which is given by the government, wherein you can pursue the course, and if you have a choice whether you want to go further or you, and then don't forget that whatever diploma you have earned from there, you're also getting an opportunity to work as well. Why? Because these are all recognized by the industry. Even the industry also recognizes SWAM. Then likewise, you have a national program on mathematics. So the program which is done here again is recognized by the universities and also recognized by the industry. So it's not necessary that every time you have to get into a top college and pursue the education. Definitely you can pursue and fulfill your dreams by joining a place like SWAYAM and national program on technology enhancing learning programs. Thank you.
Thank you. Professor Ajay, so what has been your experience in terms, in faculty recruitment, and what are the challenges that your institute has faced, and what solutions have you come up with?
A very good afternoon to all the presents here in this auditorium, and thank you very much for this opportunity to enlighten these crucial issues which are now part of our daily life, so that we should know about it. So actually nowadays faculty are coming like in computer science, most of the students after BTech they are getting high packages. Say you will find crunch of faculty in the computer science department because all are getting package very much high just after BTech. So you will see CS faculty generally they come and generally go, and very less PhD people want to go in computer science. So these are the challenges which we are facing, because IT and computer science packages are so much high that faculties are not very much highly paid. So due to that, so they want to go in some software job instead of coming to some faculty, so that because package is very much high. So these are some issues which are currently our institute also facing. So that's why faculty has told that retention is also important because faculty is getting, if someone is getting more higher package, so they switch to different organizations. So these are the reasons why Miss faculty package should also be as per the industry demands of the computer department. So that is why these things also has to be taken care of.
Sure. So you have raised a very valid point about engineering graduates going for high-paying jobs, but the research component that needs to be taken care of, because there was one report that I was reading that only 44.5% of faculty have PhDs. How can engineering institutes address this issue of research? If you would like to answer this question, sir. How can engineering institutes get better, research faculty who has done research, faculty with PhDs, and encourage research?
See, unfortunately, in our country, we do put a lot of stress on research, but at the same time, we are not able to provide the facilities which should be provided to the researchers. After all, infrastructure is required to conduct the research. Now, in a place like Delhi, we have the national research centers also, but how many of us can really enroll ourselves over there? Very few of us. And the kind of facility, basically what is infrastructure? It provides you the equipment, it provides you the network, it provides you the communication network, it provides you all kind of facilities which are required to accelerate research work, which is definitely lacking, and that's the reason why the PhDs in engineering sphere are very, very less. As you rightly said, about 22% only. So that's the reason we lack infrastructure. We need to improve our infrastructure. We need to improve our equipments. We need to improve our laboratory, equipments to strengthen our research infrastructure. Sure. Thank you.
Professor Arun Sharma, so what has been your experience in your institute about upgradation of labs and equipment, as Professor Singh had mentioned?
Yeah, I fully agree with sir. We are doing PhD, but and we are writing papers also, but the maximum of the papers are theoretical without any practical implementations, without any day-to-day uses of those research into day-to-day life. So we need to do the research which is like ma'am from pharmaceuticals in previous session, she was quoting certain examples basically where she is using AI in her domain. So we need to do that type of quality research which can be converted into products. So as far as my university is concerned, we are located at Kashmiri Gate. It's a very heritage building and around 100 years old building where NSUT was started. DC was there for around 50 years, IP was there for 15-20 years, and now since last 12 years we are having our own campus, and it is under ASI, Archaeological Survey of India, and we cannot do any you can say construction in that. But if you come to our university, you'll find so many center of excellences supported by, funded by government agencies, by private agencies also. We are having center of excellence in artificial intelligence, where we have NVIDIA servers, state-of-the-art servers, state-of-the-art computing facilities we have. We have center of excellence in mechatronics supported by Delhi government, that is in the field of robotics and automation, and as per the industry 4.0 requirement, we have that type of infrastructure in our institute. We have funding from DST around 20 crores of rupees we received in last 4-5 years. And due to this particular funding, we are able to create state-of-the-art, world-class computing, especially computing, because nowadays everything is around computers, be it GPUs or even robotics also, it is towards computing facilities. So in my university, yes, I am proud to say that we are equipped with latest technologies, where students are working and faculty members are doing good research in terms of product development, in terms of publications and patents also. But yes, that's also true that this type of facility or this type of environment may not be available in other institutions which are far from this place or are placed in remote, and obviously that is a major challenge in these type of colleges or institutions.
Sure. Sir, sure.
I'd like to add on one more point, that whatever equipment is bought, it is taxed. A GST is charged on that. Unfortunately, this, but look at the case of, the cricketers. I'm just giving an example. I mean, whatever money is collected by IPL is tax-free. Not a penny is charged. And that's the reason that the players are hired for 27 crores to 28 crores to 30 crores. Why? Because no tax is paid. It's ironical that for research centers, the taxes are charged. Shouldn't the government, relax as far as the taxes part is concerned? If they need to promote research, definitely they should provide some concession to the to research centers as well. That's my submission. Thank you.
So while we have Make in India and Viksit Bharat Dream, the innovation centers are being taxed. That's what you are saying.
I mean, if you have to put a lot of thrust on innovation, we cannot do away without research. Research is why are we doing innovation? Why? Because we need to have better economic growth, and innovation, training and development, they are directly linked with that. I mean, if you can't have an economic growth unless you put thrust on innovation, unless you put thrust on research and development. So the government needs to pay more heed to this particular area.
And also, since you earlier mentioned about the kind of emphasis we need to give to infrastructure boost, I think it's also time for pressing the button of fast forward, because so much of digitization has come in, and there is impetus on AI and very different ways of learning. How are you dealing with that kind of exigency, not exigency, but imperative on the digitization front, on the artificial intelligence, new disruptive technologies? Yes.
Certainly, today's world of, we talk about Industry 4 and we're talking about now Industry 5. We can't do away without digitization. That's the in thing. We're talking about artificial intelligence. We're talking about machine learning. We're talking about Internet of Things and things like, we can't do unless we put focus on because we have to compete globally. And to be able to compete globally, you'll have to rely upon these technologies. You can't, if you think of the technology of yesterday, you cannot progress tomorrow. You have got to be abreast of the latest technological developments and innovations to be able to keep pace with the global developments. That's my summation.
Sure. Professor Ajay, what has been your thought on this?
Nowadays, like our institute has started BTech in AI separately to cater these type of things, so that all are aware about these things, and we have specially opened some special branch for this BTech in AI in addition to the BTech in CS, so that people are aware and students are also ready for the challenges that will come in future. So BTech in AI is a special course we have instituted in our NIT Delhi campus. So that whatever future is coming, students are ready for that, and our generation is ready for that.
Thank you. Another aspect of infrastructure development is the library resources. And recently the government had launched One Nation, One Subscription initiative. And how does engineering education overall benefit from that? You can answer that.
So, obviously, every institution is paying a lot of money on subscribing the journals and the proceedings and e-books. So, with this type of idea, obviously, we will be saving money, and that can be utilized for some other purpose, where we will have one subscription, and maybe I think UGC is providing that subscription, and then we will be the part of that consortium. Everybody will be able to access these journals. Maybe UGC may charge or may not charge, that I am not sure, but this type of facility will provide ample opportunities for the institution to grow intellectually and to access these books, e-books and journals to a great extent. I think it will be a great move, though I don't know whether it has been started or not, but in my university, no, but I think this type of step will be very useful for all the institutions.
Okay. One question is about the, while the tinkering labs that were set up, not just in engineering colleges, but in, many higher education institutes, schools and colleges also. How will that promote, overall the right ecosystem for innovative learning at higher education level? Anyone can answer that question.
Well, I think tinkering labs is the end thing, because many of the schools they've already established tinkering labs, wherein a student gets an opportunity to create his ideas and put his ideas to test in the tinkering labs. Now, for example, while they are playing or while they are in the lab, they are given an opportunity to create their own ideas. It gives them an opportunity to interact with the other students and then be able to generate their own ideas. That's the whole idea of tinkering labs. That's what I feel.
You want to add something?
These things also initiate startups and incubation centers, which are now very much popular. So this will help them to start up new things, and they can be job creators and not job seekers. That is the main idea for this.
But I would like to know from any of you, how in either of your institutes, how is the innovation linked to the incubation center? What is the whole paraphernalia of incubation center? What kind of support is provided? And finally, how does the final outcome, reach the society and the market?
See, incubators are basically to create an artificial environment where you condition the temperature, where, for example, hatching the eggs. Now, you create the artificial environment. From there, basically in incubation, you have an opportunity of collecting the entrepreneurs along with the students and the researchers also. The researchers, they interact with the entrepreneurs, and whatever innovation is done by the researcher is put forward to the entrepreneur, and entrepreneur in turn markets that, he markets a product. That's the main idea. So to create the workshops, to interact, to put them on a common platform, on a common footing, is basically the idea of incubation.
But like while many of the institutes now claim that they have a very thriving incubation center, on ground, what is the reality and what is the success story of those incubators?
Actually, students are very much excited and inspired because they also want these things, because at a young time they are having many ideas which they cannot implement due to some finance problems. But institutes are supporting them with finance, and they initiate the students to come these things, and government is also supporting these things with funds. That is why it is becoming a big source of creating employments. They are becoming job creators, not job seekers. That is very good initiative, and government is also supporting. And our institute is also have startup incubation center for these. They are on reality. It is going on in a very good way.
Would you like to add to that?
Yeah, I think now paradigm is shifting actually from, as he mentioned, from job seekers to job providers. I still remember we started our incubation center in 2017 with the support of Delhi government. And it was very difficult to get any student who is interested in incubation and entrepreneurship type of system, because all were towards the package. One is getting 50 lakh, obviously, why to take risk to start a new company and then fail it? Obviously, the percentage is very less for the success in this particular domain. So at that time we struggled a lot to motivate the student, to charge up the students. Then you come and then you start your own companies, your idea is very good. So they were presenting their ideas to different hackathons and competitions, but as far as innovation incubation center is concerned, they were not interested. Maybe the societal pressure also. हर फादर ये सोचते हैं, पेरेंट्स ये सोचते हैं कि एक बार बीटेक करें एंड जॉब मिले एंड आफ्टर 2 years विल मैरी हर बीइंग ए वीमेन यूनिवर्सिटी, and that is basically the common societal concern. As a parent, I also think like that only. So but now in last few years the system is changing at national level, so the same as at university level also. A lot of students are coming for with their ideas and they want to start their startups. I think more than 150 students are in pre-incubation center at my university, and I think 40 startups are already working with the support of DS Team IT and other funding agencies. So I think now the change is coming out of these 40. I think 7 or 8 are very good. They are earning a good amount. They are into the final phase. They are doing business at international level also. So the shift is now from job seekers to the job providers. I think there are 3-4 startups who have employed more than 50 per company in their companies. So and this is the change basically in recent years.
Thank you very much. Could we please